All right. Welcome in, everyone, to another deep dive. We talk about Social Security a lot,
Yeah.
and today we're looking at a really a big issue, fraud.
hmm
It impacts millions of people, costs taxpayers billions of dollars every year.
It's a huge problem.
So the mission for us in this deep dive is to figure out how can we fight this fraud effectively, but,
Right.
and this is crucial for all of you listening, without making it a huge pain for people who actually need and deserve these benefits.
Absolutely.
So we're going to look at some excerpts from Coffee Talk to help us
hmm
kind of figure out how we could do this.
Yeah, I think Coffee Talk has some really good insights on this.
Yeah.
It's about finding that balance,
Yeah.
increasing security, but keeping the system accessible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the big things Coffee Talk points to is technology as a weapon against fraud.
hmm
And one thing they specifically talk about is biometric verification.
Oh, yeah.
So using like unique biological traits like your face,
Yeah, basically like facial recognition.
to confirm your identity,
Exactly.
to stop scammers.
Right.
What makes that so promising as a solution?
Well, I think the appeal of biometrics is that it adds like a really strong layer of defense.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to impersonate someone when you need like their actual face scan or fingerprint.
Right, right.
But, of course it raises questions,
Yeah.
right? Like about, is the technology accessible to everyone? Is it accurate?
hmm
We got to make sure it's fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Coffee Talk also brings up AI and machine learning as tools to spot suspicious activity as it's happening.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So how would that actually work, like, in practice?
So, AI can process tons of data way faster than humans can, right?
Sure.
And it can look for patterns
Yeah.
that might indicate fraud.
Like what kind of patterns?
So, like, let's say you have multiple applications for benefits,
Yeah.
but they're all coming from the same computer.
Oh,
That would
yeah.
be a red flag.
Okay.
So Coffee Talk is right. AI could be huge for catching fraud in real time.
And when it comes to just verifying who you are, Coffee Talk talks about improving those procedures.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they mentioned multi-factor authentication,
Right.
which is basically just using more than one way to prove you are who you say you are.
Like, password and a code sent to your phone or something.
Exactly.
Yep.
But they also say, and I think this is really smart, we need options like in-person verification for people who maybe aren't comfortable with tech.
Yeah, that's huge.
Not everyone's a tech whiz.
No, absolutely not. And we can't leave those people behind.
Exactly.
Multi-factor is great for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but you got to have alternatives so everyone can access the system,
Yeah.
the people that actually need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the people who commit the fraud, the fraudsters.
Okay.
Coffee Talk is very clear that strong consequences are key to discouraging this behavior.
Yeah, make it hurt.
Right? They talk about stricter fines,
Yeah.
more investigators and banks working together
Right.
to flag shady transactions.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like, make it harder to get away with it.
Right.
The harder it is to get away with it and the worse the penalties are,
Yeah.
the less appealing fraud becomes.
Yeah.
Coffee Talk is right.
Hmm.
More investigators, better monitoring. It's a big deterrent.
So another big issue Coffee Talk brings up is scams,
Oh, yeah.
where people pretend to be from the SSA
Oh, right.
to steal your info.
Classic.
Yeah, they say the best defense against this is public awareness.
100%. Education is key.
Yeah.
Like if you know the SSA will never call you up and demand payment over the phone,
Right.
you're way less likely to fall for it.
Right.
Yeah, just knowing the scams is half the battle.
So big picture Coffee Talk says the goal is to fight fraud, but without making it harder for people who need help to get it.
Yeah, it's about finding that sweet spot.
Yeah. And their solution involves tech. Better verification that works for everyone.
Yeah.
Strong consequences for the fraudsters.
Right.
And public awareness about scams.
It's multifaceted.
Exactly.
It's a whole system. You got to hit it from all angles.
Yeah.
There's no one magic bullet.
Right.
But this approach, the one Coffee Talk lays out, it
Yeah.
could really make a difference.
Yeah. So I think the takeaway for everyone listening is that we can fight Social Security fraud effectively with tech and strong enforcement.
Yep.
But we got to make sure the system stays accessible
Absolutely. Can't leave anyone behind.
to everyone who needs it.
Yeah.
So building on what we've learned from Coffee Talk, I want to leave you with a question.
Okay.
Out of all the fraud prevention methods we talked about today,
Yeah.
which one do you think will be the most effective at protecting Social Security going forward?
It's something to really think about.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, this was a good one.
See you next time. See ya.